Tonight on Texas News Channel, the City of Austin enforces new restrictions on public gatherings.
The Texas Department of Health shows Longhorns how to prevent the spread of the coronavirus.
And the number of COVID-19 cases in Houston grows.
You're watching Texas News Channel,
your leader for live, local UT coverage. Good evening and welcome to Texas News Channel. For Monday, March 9th, I'm Sandy Torres.
And I'm Maggy Wolanske. Thank you for joining us tonight. Earlier this afternoon, the City of Austin announced that all large gatherings will be prohibited until May 1st. This comes in light of nationwide coronavirus concerns. City officials say they are following guidelines provided to them by the Center for Disease Control. Starting today, all public gatherings with more than 2,500 people in attendance will be banned in Austin unless event organizers can assure public health officials that they will take precautions in order to prevent the spread of the virus.
City of Austin officials announced on Friday that they are canceling South by Southwest in an effort to prevent the spread of coronavirus in Austin. In a statement, South by Southwest officials say they are devastated by this decision, but are willing to take these safety measures to protect their staff, volunteers, and fellow Austinites. We talked to a festival ambassador to get their take on how this decision to cancel is impacting them.
I didn't end up having a financial impact, which was super lucky because I hadn't purchased my ticket before the festival was canceled. But that was definitely my whole spring break plan, so that left me with nothing.
Officials say they are trying to figure out if South by Southwest can be rescheduled. They are also working on providing a virtual version of the festival for participants as soon as possible.
South by Southwest cancellation will also have a big impact on many local businesses. In a video posted on Twitter, Austin Mayor Steve Adler asks Austinites to support local business owners by going out and experience what Austin has to offer.
You know, we canceled South by this week. There are a lot of people that are hurting because of that. Now is the time that we should be going to restaurants, going to clubs, buying musicians, merchandise, helping.
And Mayor Adler is not the only one supporting local businesses. The Austin Community Foundation has launched the Stand with Austin Fund, a campaign dedicated to individuals and small businesses that are hit hardest by Southwest cancellation.
Shortly following the City of Austin's announcement, the University of Texas canceled its annual event, Explore UT, which was scheduled for last Saturday. Thousands out-of-town residents, including young children, were expected to visit campus and participate in hands-on activities. Many UT students also plan to volunteer at this event over the weekend. We talked to one student volunteer to see how they felt about this cancellation.
Unfortunately, one of my other officers told me that the event got canceled, which was kind of disappointing. All I had to do, though, was tell the members that we wouldn't be volunteering, but I understand the safety concerns, so hopefully we'll be able to volunteer next year.
The first cases of COVID-19 were confirmed in Texas last week. I asked the state's Department of Health about the circumstances of the disease and tips for Longhorns as we approach spring break. Amid an outbreak of the COVID-19 virus, the Texas Department of Health and Human Services recommends students take precautions both in school and during their spring break. A representative from the Department of Health, Laura Anton, says that even though there's not a confirmed case in Austin, students should still prepare and take action for prevention.
They're all in the Houston area, in Harris County and Fort Bend County.
The Centers of Disease Control and Prevention's website is an easy access tool for the community to stay updated. At this time, the New York Times reports 24 cases in Texas. Symptoms of COVID-19 include fever, cough, and shortness of breath. The state is taking all precautions and measures necessary in order to keep us safe. Governor Greg Abbott announced that the state plans to provide testing for the virus in various cities.
The number of patients who are going to be able to be tested, the number of test kits that will be available, so that these will be able to be spread further and wider and more prolifically as we go forward.
Back here on campus, Anton says the simplest thing you can do is wash your hands.
the biggest things that you can do as a person is make sure.
The number of coronavirus cases in the Houston area has reached 12 after citizens returned from international travel. The latest cases involve a group of people who recently returned from a cruise in Egypt. These men and women are isolated in their homes and remain in good condition. Houston Mayor Sylvester Turner is encouraging Houston residents to limit international travel, but also to not be paralyzed by fear. Rice University canceled classes this week after one university employee tested positive for coronavirus. This employee is one of several coronavirus cases in the Houston area. The university is prohibiting all on-campus public events through April 30th and are continuing an international travel ban. Research, operations, and athletic events will still continue on campus.
A UT student was diagnosed with mumps last week, making this the second case on the 40 acres this year. University Health Services said that the student is isolated at an off-campus apartment and alerted other students who share the same class. The CDC says symptoms for the mumps can include headaches, muscle aches, fever, tiredness, and a loss of appetite. Symptoms typically appear within 2 weeks of contracting the disease. Starting fall 2020, students will not be able to register for classes until University Health Services receives proof of measles immunity. Coming up next on Texas News Channel, an exclusive interview with P. Terry's co-founder.
And a Tower Girl update. P. Terry's is nearing its 15th anniversary as an iconic Austin business. The burger restaurant has served customers since 2005 and expanded its chain with 16 different locations across the Austin area, with many more to come. TNC's Alexa Sherry went out for an exclusive interview with the restaurant's co-founder, Patrick Terry, to learn more about how the burger chain became successful.
Today, I went out to speak with one of the co-founders of P. Terry's, Patrick Terry, to see how he and his wife grew his business from the bottom up.
I'm Patrick Terry. I'm the co-founder of P. Terry's Burger Stand. There's 16 P. Terry's and probably close to 800 employees. And then we're going to actually open up 7 stores this year. So we'll have 23 at about this time next year.
At age 45, Terry and his wife started the company in 2005, a year after they got married. He said that with the help of his wife, Kathy, she was able to turn his vision of the restaurant into a reality.
And Kathy is a real trooper and went along with it. And frankly, the business wouldn't have happened without her help.
Terry said it's hard work starting a business and said to prepare the first few years being hard ones. He said it took trial and error for him and his wife to successfully master the business.
We really didn't know what we were doing. We were really terrible at it, actually. And so the first couple of years were pretty ugly.
Jesta Pizza celebrated its grand reopening in Jester Residence Hall on Wednesday. After a year-long closure for renovations, the new personalized pizza shop upgraded its ingredients and redesigned its serving line after receiving student feedback last fall. It now lets customers select their toppings before being put in the oven.
Last Wednesday, UTPD responded to a disturbance at the Texas Union building. Reports of shots fired circulated on social media briefly before the police department clarified that the incident was actually a loud noise reported by students within the building. UTPD cleared the scenes and has no further updates at this time.
The results are in for student government elections, and next year's president and vice president are juniors Anaga Kekari and Winston Hung. This was only the second election held using a new instant runoff voting system. We'll have more on how the new system impacted the election and what the results mean for the future of the 40 acres soon.
Looks like UT's Tower Girl might be expecting. 3 new eggs were spotted in her nest on Sunday. Last year around Valentine's Day, a male peregrine falcon was spotted with our Tower Girl. Shortly after, she laid 4 eggs that did not hatch. If this year's eggs hatch, it will expand the breeding range of the species. While peregrine falcons are known to migrate, Tower Girl is one exception. She lives at the top of UT's tower all year long. You can get a glimpse of the falcon and her eggs through UT Diversity Center's live falcon cam.
All right, well, it looks like this week's weather is pretty unexpected. We have some clouds, we have some rain. Let's go ahead and just check in with Megan Fee for a look at this week's weather. Megan?
Thanks, Sandy. Well, Longhorns, should you keep your umbrella handy this week or get ready for some sunshine? I'll let you know after the break. Stay tuned. Welcome back to Texas News Channel. Well, Longhorns, this past weekend we didn't see much of the sun and felt some pretty cool temperatures. Today we saw cloudy skies and showers, which will continue into most of the week and the week ahead. The high for today was 72, but tonight those temps will dip down to 60. Tomorrow we'll see some patchy fog before 10 a.m., but once that fog lifts, we'll have some more clouds. We'll have a high near 80 and a low of 65. Wednesday and Thursday will add a little bit of sunshine to your week with highs in the mid-80s and lows in the low 60s. But don't put away your umbrellas quite yet, because we will have a chance of showers and thunderstorms Thursday night heading into Friday. Hopefully we will see some sunnier skies next week for spring break, but for now, stay dry, Longhorns. Live from the Weather Center, I'm Megan Fee.
Welcome back to Texas News Channel. Joining me from TSTV Sports is Ted Kim.
It's good to be here, Sandy. This Sunday, it was a bittersweet victory for women's basketball since it was the last game at the Frank Irwin Center for several players. And here's Daniel Shee with more.
The Texas women's basketball team finished their regular season with festivities, starting with Clarissa Davis's number 24 jersey retirement before the game, and after the game they also celebrated the seniors on Senior Day. But most importantly for the team, they left the arena with a win over the Oklahoma State Cowgirls.
A great day, starting with Clarissa Davis Reitzel's retirement of her jersey. Just an iconic event. I mean, really, when you think about it, she had a chance to speak to the team before the game. But this game was about our seniors. I thought they did a great job keeping their emotions in check until the game was over. They really led the way today, no question about it. They hit big shots when we needed them.
We just kind of played for something bigger than ourselves. I think we played for each other, most importantly, but I think we just knew we had to come in and get a win and just show a lot of pride for the name on the jersey, although it might or might not be our last time playing here. But, I just think we had to go out for the people that played before us.
For the seniors, Sunday was also a chance for them to reflect on their career at Texas.
Eventually, all good things come to an end, and eventually the ball will stop bouncing with us. So it's just a real surreal moment, I miss them a lot. And I know we'll eventually part ways, but hopefully we find each other later on down the road.
It's just crazy to see where we're at right now. We're like women, and we came in as 17-year-olds, 18-year-olds, and now we know how to do things on our own. We're very independent, and we're handling our business the way we're supposed to.
With the postseason right around the corner, Coach Aston knows this team still has areas to improve on.
Just getting to a place where we can recognize what's open offensively and have a little more patience. And we even talked about it in some timeouts today. When you get into tournament play, every single possession is going to matter, and you just can't go several trips without getting a good shot off or getting yourself in a position to get an offensive rebound.
The Longhorns now heading to one of the most critical stretch of their season, the Big 12 tournament play, where the seniors get their last opportunity to establish a legacy in the conference, where the underclassmen get their feet wet with the college tournament format. And for Karen Aston and the program, a 7th consecutive NCAA appearance is on the line. From the Frank Irwin Center here in Austin, Texas, I'm Daniel Shee, TSTV Sports.
It was also Senior Day for Shaka Smart's team, but it did not go according to plan. Let's head back to the drum for the highlights. Texas looking for win number 20 for this game against OSU. First half. We see some ball movement. Cameron McGriff gives the ball to Lindy Waters to make a layup. So effortless. Man, so effortless. Here we see Andrew Jones with a pull-up jumper from the left. Now that's what I call smooth. Courtney Ramey gets a steal. Feeds to Kai Jones for the slam-a-lama dunk. Oh my gosh, this man's crazy. Texas trying to keep up, but then Isaac Likely drives through the court and scoops up for a layup. Texas down at the half, 43-21. Ura Nye attempts to make it 2, misses, but then
Ted, with this blowout loss, what are Texas' current chances of making the tournament?
Well, Sandy, that's a great question. Honestly, I think Texas is not gonna make it to the tournament, especially for March Madness. There is a tournament coming up, which is the Big 12 against the Texas Tech Raiders, which are the number 5th in the Big 12 conference. But sadly, I just feel like with Texas's chances, for March Madness, it's just very slim, even if they get a win against Texas Tech.
Thank you, Ted.
Oh.
Welcome back to Texas News Channel. I'm Nikki Miller. Yesterday, the Today Show celebrated International Women's Day with the hashtag Because of Her. The hashtag honors inspirational and influential women in one's life. Several Today Show employees, including Savannah Guthrie, Al Roker, and Jenna Bush Hager, used the hashtag to thank their role models on social media platforms. Additionally, several celebrities like Carrie Underwood, Kelly Clarkson, and Valerie Bertinelli gave special shout-outs to the inspirational women in their lives. Congratulations are in order for Katy Perry and Orlando Bloom. Last week, Perry revealed she and her fiancé are expecting. The singer revealed her baby bump in the new music video for her new song, Never Worn White. This is her and Bloom's first child together, and the due date is not far away. Lady Gaga is back with her first single released since 2017, a new song called Stupid Love. Gaga's music video shows the pop singer dancing in a neon pink outfit surrounded by groups of colorful tribes on a deserted planet. Gaga's previous album, Joanne, was an album with mostly rock tracks, but Refinery 29 says Stupid Love marks the return of her pop hits that first put her on the charts. Gaga hasn't released any more details regarding the rest of the album, but commented that the process of creating the album was very emotional. After ending her presidential campaign last week, Senator Elizabeth Warren made a surprise appearance during last week's cold open of Saturday Night Live. Warren appeared in a mock interview with SNL star Kate McKinnon, who was portraying Fox News host Laura Ingraham. At the end of the bit, McKinnon rushed alongside Warren dressed as the senator, who she also parodied this season. After the show, Warren and McKinnon made their own Flip the Switch challenge on TikTok. That's it for me. I'm Nikki Miller. Back to you.
Thanks, Nikki. And as always, we thank you for tuning in.
You can follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Texas News TSTV.
If you have a news tip, you can reach us on all of our social media sites or email us at news@texasstudenttv.com.
You can catch Good Morning Texas Wednesdays at 7 a.m. and Tower Talks Wednesdays at 6 p.m. We're off next week for spring break, but tune in on Monday the 23rd when TNC returns. I'm Maggy Wolanske.
And I'm Sandy Torres. For all of us at TNC, good night, and we'll see you back here after spring break.